What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another live stream and 2025. It is our goal to hopefully do this every single week this year. Next week will be a little challenging on a Tuesday, at least, because I will not be here. I will be out driving the new 4Runner. So yes, towards the end of January is coming up. And that is what we will be doing towards the tail end of this month. So may be able to get in a live stream on Monday. It is inauguration day on Monday though, so not sure if people want to watch YouTube, want to do that, or whatever people do. And then I will be home most likely, I think Thursday or Friday. And I was talking with Tundra Dude 34. To see if he wanted to join in on the live stream. So we may have a collab live stream next week or the week after if we are able to line things up. But welcome in, everybody. Pork is up in here, Cripple Creek, Jimmy, Robert, Mr. Sunjeeb, Ryan. How's it going, man? Everybody, welcome on into the live stream. Robert just got his first Tacoma, so he got a 4th gen in Underground. Congrats. KP is here from Vancouver. How's it going? Welcome to the live stream. Good. Glad everyone can hear me. Glad everyone is saying what's up. We go live. Glass City's in here. Mauricio, how's it going, everyone? Love the support, guys. Thank you so freaking much. I truly appreciate it. We are going to probably do... F Seb, I hope you are from Fire on LA. I hope you and your family and everyone is safe out there, man. Absolutely crazy times. I remember, growing up in San Diego, we never had snow days, anything like that growing up, but we did have fire days. But this one by far is definitely the worst one that I've seen, at least on the news get covered and everything like that. So I hope you are staying safe out there. All my California viewers of everyone that is in that affected area, hopefully you guys are staying safe, man. Hopefully you guys are staying safe and everything is materialistic. Yep. Toxic air and ash. Yeah. Absolutely crazy, man. So bad for people breathing and just the environment and all that crap. Fires are not good at all for that. But what is up, everyone? Welcome to the live stream. We are most likely only going to go for an hour today. Typically, we just go until the questions run out, and they usually be around 2 hours or so. But I have some stuff to still do after this, and I haven't eaten dinner yet. So we're gonna have some steaks for dinner. Day 14 of doing the carnivore diet, feeling absolutely good. Last week I felt like crap, keto flu, everything was hitting in, had massive headaches, detoxing like crazy. But now I am starting to feel a lot better. My skin already feels better. I did this for 6-ish to 7 months back at the tail end of 2023, and I felt great. And then I did it strict with no caffeine in January of 24, felt incredible. And then the rest of 24 was on and off. It was my main diet, but it was still on and off a little bit. So got to cook up some steaks, and there we go. So welcome in, everyone. Basically all you do for live streams is put this, whatever you guys want to know, I will throw it up onto the screen, answer your guys' questions to the best of my ability. It could be about Toyotas, it could be about life, it could be about real estate, whatever you guys want. We will talk about it in this live stream, and I'll just throw it up on the screen here. If you guys want to jump up to the top, you totally can, because we usually get about 5-10 minutes behind. You guys can donate, but you do not have to. YouTube is a completely free form of entertainment. All I ask is that you leave a like and comment on all my other videos if you do not want to donate, because you don't have to. It's free. So appreciate everyone's support. So Mr. Sunjeep says, hey, John, I'm considering that off-road Tundra Platinum, the 25 Ford Ranger Raptor. Which one do you think is a better car? Which one would be more fun to drive? I think a Ranger Raptor, even though I haven't driven one, would probably be a great little time. I do like mid-sized trucks. Although full-size trucks are comfortable, I definitely think that that mid-sized trucks would be fun. And that little Ranger Raptor, it packs a punch, man. And especially if you tune it and everything too, I think that would be one to get to for sure. Ryan says, we don't get behind here, we get behind. Dude, last week, I think I got behind by 20 minutes on accident. I messed up the times and we were about 20 minutes behind. Luke is in here. Charles, how's it going, man? Phoenix Odyssey, what is up? How about these dealers? Markups for 25 4Runners. I've already seen some 5 grand, 10 grand over MSRP. It's crazy. But at the same time, I've also seen dealerships in the no markup Toyota page on Facebook selling them at MSRP. So there are still the greedy dealers out there, but there are also good dealers out there. Ephraim, what is up, man? Yes, I am so ready for the 6th gen 4Runner. I think it's going to be good content. I can't wait for everyone to enjoy it. I will not lie to you guys. Parts are finally now just coming in for the Tacoma that I just got, the TRD Pro. I'm kicking myself a little bit for buying that just because I thought that parts would come in a lot faster, but they haven't. They just now are. And now I'm seeing mud bath Tacomas at dealerships. And I was told that they wouldn't get here until February, March timeframe. And we are in January now, and I'm seeing mud bath Tacoma. So part of me kind of wants to trade in for a mud bath Tacoma and kind of start all over, but whatever. We are in the TRD Pro Tacoma. We will be getting the 6th gen 4Runner as well. Yeah, a lot of stuff happening on the channel, ramping up with vehicles this year, and then potentially eventually towards the end, just getting rid of everything. We will see how everything goes with that. Randall says, when do you think Toyota will fix the remote start on the Tundra? Hopefully with this refresh. I know that basically the hardware is there, I think. It's a software thing, maybe. With that, if Ryan is in here and he's able to answer that question, that is what I understand, is that the hardware and everything is there to do it for the Tundra. The software, it's just not unlocked. But all their new vehicles with the Toyota Safety Sense 3.0, they're all doing that. So I would assume that the refresh Tundra would get that whenever that happens in the next couple years. So I think that is when we'll see it, hopefully, for the Tundra. Nicole says that I just booked a 25 4Runner, but confused if it's a sport or off-road is better. Depends on what you want to use it for. If you are actually going to go off-road and you're going to use all the doodads and stuff, then the off-road is the one that you would want. But really, I mean, Toyota's four-wheel drive system is pretty good to, even if you do mild off-roading, a TRD Sport and four-wheel drive would be good. And some people like the TRD Sport a little bit better because it has the hood scoop and also it has paint-matched stuff all around the fenders. Mr. Sheep, how's it going? Chris Von Cannon, how's it going, man? Says, I ordered my 4th gen a year ago with a lot of input from you. Love the truck. I'm glad, man. I am absolutely glad that you're enjoying the Tacoma. You know, some people like it, some people don't. It's just, I guess, all up to the individual. You know, some people have driven it and they said that it felt worse than their 3rd gen, which I've had 2 of each. And I think that the 4th gen is just way better of a driving experience than the 3rd gen. But, you know, it's up to the individual at the end of the day. David, how's it going, man, from St. Petersburg? How's it going? Hope it's a little bit warmer down there than it is up here. It's been cold in Florida lately, guys. I am not enjoying it at all. And then it snowed in Texas the other day, which I guess it could be worse, right? For everyone just jumping in, how's it going? Welcome to the live stream. Throw whatever questions you guys have into the comment section. I think we're only going to go for about an hour or so today, so I can go eat some dinner. And yes, so the hardware is capable, but software is limited to the Toyota TSS 2.5 Plus. So yeah, so most likely when we get it, the refresh and stuff, we will have a better remote start system. I would love to have a dedicated button as well. Aviation Truth, how's it going, man? KK says that he has been on 1 year of carnivore. Best thing I ever did. I wonder if at the end, because I'm trying to go the whole year on it instead of, and no cheat meals, no alcohol, none of that. Go a whole year on it and then slowly implement fruits in and see if that's good. I'm keeping my carbs right now under 50. I'm trying, like, with my milk, and if I do allow a little bit of honey every once in a while, I'm trying to keep my carbs under like 40, really. So trying to stay in ketosis the whole time. Yep, God bless California. Everyone talking or viewing from California, hope that everyone is good. Thoughts on the federal government banning Chinese vehicles on national security reasons? My thing about this whole China thing, and even too with like TikTok going away, right, is it's kind of ridiculous. It's honestly kind of ridiculous. I think that it's too late. They already have information. Or I mean, the same government, right, that allowed a spy balloon to like literally float over the whole United States and stuff, right, is now like, oh, we can't have all this stuff. So there's so much stuff that we have that's made in China and everything too, right? I mean, everything from our phones, our Alexa devices, all the smart stuff, like almost everything that we have is made there, right? So it's kind of hard that they're just, or dumb that they're just nitpicking these certain things. I mean, TikTok alone, like I was watching some videos on TikTok, like a majority owners of that company are US based anyways. I think TikTok just, there's so many people employed by it as well, which is absolutely crazy. So I'm just very curious about all this stuff that's coming, and I am watching it closely as well. Emmanuel says, 4Runner, because they're made in Japan, quality is better. They must be asking which vehicle to order. Just pre-ordered a 4Runner TRD Pro, Luke says. Heck yeah, man, that is awesome. And then KP, this is the question that they were doing. TRD John or anyone, Tacoma or 4Runner, both TRD. I can't decide any pros and cons. It's literally just if you want a truck or an SUV. And if you mean the TRD as in TRD Pro, the 4Runner is going to have just normal seats. They're not going to have the ISO dynamic seats. You're actually going to have room in the back to sit for passengers. You'll have cargo area. And the cool thing about the 4Runner is that everything is just covered. You don't have an open truck bed. That being said, you can't just throw stuff in the bed of a 4Runner and, you know, just like wet stuff or whatever, right? But the nice thing is that it's all protected on the inside. And if you have bigger items, the best thing about the 4Runner is that you can lower the window and have stuff stick out the back, which is very cool. The 4Runner is super, super utilitarian. Better materials too, at least so far that I've seen on the 4Runner pre-production vehicles compared to the Tacoma too. So that will be pretty nice. 4Runner for sale in Mexico. I'm not sure if the 4Runner is going to be for sale in Mexico. I know that Mexico gets the Prado and stuff. I don't know if the 4Runner will be available in Mexico. And you guys have the Fortuner down there as well, which is pretty rad. Robert says, what intake is in your 4th gen Tacoma? So in my TRD off-road that I am selling, just in case you guys aren't or are interested in it, that video will be coming out this week. I have a ton of videos scheduled for this week and into next week when I'm driving the new 4Runner next week. But it is for sale. I have the 6th element in there, and then I am going to do a comparison video on that on the AFE versus the 6th element as well. And then I just got another intake from 6th element, which is rad, for the TRD Pro. So we will see how that goes. We are already at 10 minutes behind. That is crazy how quickly we get behind in the chat, but I absolutely love everyone asking questions. So you don't need a spam or anything like that. I will get to your questions and everything, guys. Marty Vision, what up, man? In this mother, how's it going? What is up? But yes, I will try to get to everyone's comments throughout this live stream. We're only going to probably go for an hour today. Philip says, hey, John, I have a 23 4Runner Pro. I'm either getting the new 4Runner or a 25 Tundra TRD Pro. I don't know. I would probably lean a little bit more towards the 4Runner than the Tundra. It just depends if you've needed a truck. Like I said, it goes back to the Tacoma versus 4Runner kind of conversation. Sin, how's it going, man? Welcome to the live stream. It just depends if you need a truck. Like in your duration of having that 4Runner, did you want a truck? And if not, then I would just go for the 4Runner. It's going to have a ton more power than that 5th gen. It's going to be absolutely crazy. It's going to be super cool. I'm very excited to drive the 4Runner next week and also see the differences between it and the Tacoma, if we can really tell the differences and stuff. Hard Jack, what's up, man, says, hey, do you know when the 4Runner TRD Pro is coming out? That should be out late February into March-ish, maybe even March, April. The hybrids are rolling out after the normal iForces are. Liz says, hey, John, do the new 4Runners have comfort access at any door, not just the driver door? I believe it's just going to be the driver side. I I don't think that any Toyotas that I'm aware of, Lexus may have this, but I'm not sure of any Toyotas that have like the comfort, like access, like to get out. If you're talking about like the seats going back and stuff after you turn off a vehicle, I think that's only on the driver's side, at least from what I've seen. David says, what do you think about that Toyota adds to the 26 4Runners? Dual climate control, SR5 premium trim, 6-cylinder, that's out for sure. TRD Pro out of that Tundra in later years are my guess. So 6-cylinder definitely won't happen as much as people would love it to. Dual climate control would be cool on the premium models for sure. And I don't know if an SR5 premium will ever be a thing because of the TRD Sport premium. That's kind of like the pseudo SR5, I guess. Maybe they'll bring it, but it would be nice to see the SR5 get things like heated seats and a couple extra little creature comfort features. Nick says, hey, John, would the 6th Gen 4Runner Sport or off-road be better? For me personally, I'm going to go with the off-road just because I plan to do off-road stuff with it. But if you like the hood scoop, the paint match and stuff, and more of a simpler kind of road-worthy vehicle versus like an off-road vehicle, I would definitely go with the Sport. Luke says he's getting his TRD Pro for MSRP. How long do you think it'll take to hit the ground? I would say at least 2 more months for hybrids and the TRD Pros. I would say about 2 more months, because the one that I'm getting, if I'm actually getting it, it's going to be mid-February, and then the 4Runners that are hybrids are going to be coming out most likely a month to 2 after that from what I've been hearing. Let's give an opportunity for the 6th Gen 4Runner. Yeah, I mean, you know, Toyota fanboys and stuff and us enthusiasts, we're always a generation behind. So some people will like it, some people won't like it. Once we start seeing them built up and, you know, as reliability starts to hopefully prove itself with the vehicle, then people will start to adopt it. But us Toyota enthusiasts, we're always slow to adopt. The only reason I buy them like right away is just for content for you guys and to let you know if it has issues and stuff. That way you don't have to spend the money and have a $800-900 a month monthly payment, depending on how much you finance and how expensive the vehicle is, if it's a piece of crap. So that is the beauty of what I do. Even with the Land Cruiser, you know, it's a good car. It's not like, holy crap, this is the best vehicle in the world, but I get to showcase some of the issues that the vehicle has and some of the things that I do like about it. Julio says, I can't wait for all the 4Runner content. Have fun. Dude, there's going to be so much coming in the next week for you guys. We have all the drive event, right? I'm going to try to do a walk around at least of every single trim level that I haven't yet. So TRD Off-Road Premium, Platinum, SR5 for sure, and normal TRD Sport non-premium. So we're going to be driving all those. And then I'm going to be going to the DC Auto Show, which I was told there's going to be a lot of 4Runners there, which will be awesome. So get a ton more 4Runner content for you guys there. And then, you know, a week to 2 after that, I'm going to hopefully have my own. And then we can do actual real world stuff with it. So that'll be cool. Has a 25 Crown Signia arrived to dealerships? It has. And I've actually seen a couple around my area in Destin. So yes, the Crown Signia has made its way to the dealerships. Robert says, what intake is in your 4th Gen Tacoma, which is a better aftermarket intake? So the only one I have right now, and I previously mentioned, I think it was you. Blue STI, what is up, man? How's it going? Charles up in here. Is the 6th Element one is what I have right now, and then I will be comparing it to the AFE. And I haven't done K&Ns yet. It is an open box. I'm not the biggest fan of open box, but I have those two that I will be doing a comparison video for you guys. Phoenix Odyssey says, if anyone is getting a 25 Underground Sport and want a smooth hood, keep me in mind. That there will be some hood trades for sure. Some people like the hood scoops and other people don't. Philip says, oh, I already answered this one. Honestly, which one would I choose? I would probably, okay, so if this was me and I had to pick between a 4Runner TRD Pro and a Tundra TRD Pro, and let's say I didn't have the YouTube channel and I still had this 4Runner, I would pick the Tundra. But if I didn't have any vehicle, I would probably pick the Tundra just because for what I do with my life, I need to have a truck. So it's nice to have a truck. Our dogs, they fit in the back seat of the Tundra. So if we were only to have either a 4Runner or a truck, It would kill me because I am a 4Runner lover. I love the 4Runner. My first vehicle was a 4Runner. It just has a soft spot in my heart. But I would have to have a truck. If I was only like gun to my head, only had to have one, it would be a Tundra of those two, just because I need a truck for what we do. Dan says, hey man, still trying to decide to purchase a 24 or wait for these 25s. Honestly, waiting on your review/drive to see which one I should go for. For sure, man. I mean, the cool thing too is like, even if you're not, and I hope you're still in here because this question's 10 minutes old. Even if you're not convinced right away, and like my review, Jeff's review, Tim's reviews, like everyone's reviews after we drive it next week, you can still get like a 24 right now, right? And the 24s are gonna hold their value. It's like this weird time because the new ones, everyone that is like tired of the old 4Runner, they want new technology, they want better miles per gallon, they want, you know, more power out of the vehicle, better driving experience, I assume, right? Just based on my Toyota or based on my Tacoma information, those are going to be the quick early adopters. And the people that are lingering are going to keep the 5th gen values kind of high a little bit, right? So you could do a 24 right now. I hope. Don't take my word like, oh, John said this. But from what the Tundras are doing, from what the Tacomas are doing, you could buy like a 24 right now and like maybe wait a year and then buy a 26 or a late model 25 for a discount, and then maybe not lose a whole lot of value on that 24, if that makes sense. So if you're not convinced, you know, after we drive them, I know that it's going to drive great, just based on, again, my time with the Tacoma and all that stuff. So, and speaking of the Tacoma, when are we getting 4G Pro content? This is killing me, man. I've had that vehicle and I really wanted a mud bath one, but I was told, hey, these aren't going to come out. And now I see them out and I'm like, dude, I've only made like 4 videos on the TRD Pro. So it's killing me. But we just got the window tint done about 2 weeks ago. And then like I mentioned on the live stream last week, if you guys weren't here last week, for those who weren't, we had some family stuff come up that pretty much just like took a whole week out of my life, from doctor stuff to just everything, and then coping with things afterwards. Like it was literally like a whole week. So, and then when I was in the right mindset to record videos for you guys, it's been raining for like the last 3 days. So Tacoma content for the TRD Pro is going to drop tomorrow. There is a video coming that will drop tomorrow for the Tacoma. Not like a crazy, you know, like, holy crap, this is a revolutionary video, but it is a fun video. And then we just got the rock sliders for it. We got molly panels for it. Just got the intakes for it. And more stuff is coming in the mail for the Tacoma as well. So single digit temps for next Tuesday in DFW with another chance of snow. That is absolutely disgusting. That is disgusting. Oh, man. David, how's it going, man? Says, U.S. companies sell our data anyways. Exactly. So this is going back to the whole government and China thing with their cars and all this stuff. I mean, if the government truly cared about all that stuff, everything in China would stop, right? It feels like certain things that they're attacking, like they just don't want it here for a certain reason, which I don't like. If you're going to do it like one, and I don't like big government control, I think we should have like a super small government. That's where I'm at. Like if you're going to stop it for these things, this phone is made in China. This computer that I'm talking to right now with you guys, made in freaking China too, you know? So, I mean, it would have to be everything. It would literally have to be everything. Have you sold your Tacoma TRD off-road yet or looking for a buyer? I am still looking casually for a buyer. I do need that thing gone though by the end of this month. So there will be a video going out this week. Now that the weather is warming up and it's not freaking raining anymore, officially saying that Tacoma is for sale. We are not doing a giveaway right now for that vehicle just because of the logistics. I looked into all that, building the website and everything. It's just not feasible for me to do right now, but I would love to do giveaways on this channel of cars. I think that it would be so freaking cool to do. Onak says the difference between the Tacoma and the 4Runner is that the 4Runner is built in Japan. The Tacoma's in Mexico is the same product, but quality control in Japan is on another level. And as much as Toyota says, right, that all their stuff is the same, we just know that Japan built stuff is better. And not only that, but the materials used that they source from in Asia, they're different materials than what is getting sourced from in North America. So that also helps too, hopefully for better quality. Ryan says, has Toyota got the Tundra issues squared away? Lots of reports of 24s. I believe they have, and there has, I guess, been a report of a 25. So we will see. There's still 25s getting sold, so we will see if there's more that pop up. But supposedly, all the stuff has been fixed. And I'm still getting Tacoma transmission like jokes and stuff in the comment section. Bro, that's like so 6 months ago. And they have like a TSB and everything for it. So we are at about 10 minutes behind. I'm going to burn through a couple comments because we actually have quite a bit to get through real quick. And we're only going to go for an hour today, guys. So I appreciate everyone joining in right now. Leave a like on the live stream so other people can see it after the fact. I appreciate it. Michael says, am I alone in thinking that the 6th gen SR5 should have been named the SR8 since it has an 8-speed? That is hilarious. And not a lot of people know that that is the reason it is a 5, because of this 5-speed transmission that they used to have when the SR5 was like a thing. What does it stand for? Like sport ready 5. I forget what the SR5 stands for, but yes, it should be called an SR8. Even like the Tundra, when they had the SR5 in the Tundra, it had a 6-speed, but then they still called it an SR5. And then now they have 10 speeds and they're still called an SR5. I think that it's just been like, the name has been established, or that trim level has been established, so they don't want to like change it up. TRD Off-Road says the garage looks nice and clean. I see you're waiting on the 25 4Runner. This garage is a mess. I just have it at this angle for you guys right now, but I have all this crap. We were doing some Airbnb stuff, so that crap's still out. My desk is absolutely bad with all this stuff right here. More parts right there. More parts over there. Parts down here that just came in, and parts right there. And don't even ask to see my office right now because I've been changing offices and I'm waiting for a toolbox to come in to put like all my camera gear and all that other stuff in it right now. And it's just stressing me out. It's stressing me out that all this crap is all over the place right now, and I absolutely hate it. David says, what vehicle do you drive the most? We probably drive our Land Cruiser the most, to be honest with you. It's just easy to drive. Super comfortable. The seats are just so good in the Land Cruiser. So I think the vehicle that we drive the most is the Land Cruiser right now, honestly. So I do like the TRD Pro Tacoma. Like when we bought it a couple weeks ago, that was what we were driving the most. It was just, you know, super, super comfortable. I don't know if it stands for roundabout for the SR5. I can't remember what it is. Sport roundabout. So sport roundabout 5-speed. Sport Rally 5-speed? Is it Sport Rally? Because it came out on the Corolla first. Rally 5-speed. Sport Rally 5-speed. That's very strange. Very strange. So Sport Rally 10-speed since it has that. Okay, so that's what SR5 stands for. So clearly the name or the trim level for SR5 just made its like etching in Toyota history, right? So even though it's an 8-speed and a 10-speed, it is still the SR5. So cool. Where was I? I am off now. I'm gonna go up. I'm just gonna land. Sean Kelly in here. How's it going, man? Thank you for being a member on the channel too. I appreciate that. We're gonna hit members hard, probably Q2 of this year after we get some stuff set up and everything for that, for members, giveaways and everything. You can become a member and support the channel for as little as $1, which is awesome. I set that up. YouTube recommends $3. I was like, no, we're gonna start it at $1, right? So Sean says, hey, John, notice my sway bar has a stripped bolt on the chassis left out-hand side of the bolt driver. I tried tightening it and it just spins. I think either, yeah, the nut on the back is bad, or if it's loose, It may just obviously have been cross-threaded maybe that was not put in there properly. Unfortunately, I would take it to a dealership ASAP if possible. Thank you for being a member, Sean. All right, so either a 25 TRD Pro or a 25 GX over Trail Plus. I will pick a GX most likely over a 4Runner, yes. The goal at the end of this year, early next year, is to have the GX on the channel. And I truly, truly think that once we get a GX on the channel, that it will be a long-term vehicle. I really want it to be for like road trips, family driving, whatever, because we almost have 7,000 miles on the Land Cruiser, but I do really want a GX. I like the powertrain. I like the looks of the GX. The Land Cruiser is good. It's not like my favorite. I would prefer a GX all day over the Land Cruiser. I just really like it. So that is most likely what we will pivot to, and that will be a long-term vehicle. And I know I say long-term vehicle, and you know I keep cars typically for 6 months to a year. I would truly like to keep that GX for 3 years, 4 years. I pay it off. Pay it off. That would be cool instead of exchanging it for something else, and that would, you know, just be somewhat of updates here and there and stuff on the GX, and it would be most likely like my wife's daily, because the Land Cruiser is her daily right now. But that GX would evolve into that, and then road trip vehicle for us as well. I was thinking about a Grand Highlander just for better gas mileage and stuff, but I just like the ruggedness of the GX, how smooth it is, and that 6-speed or that 6-cylinder, it was my favorite part about the Tundra. Even though, yes, I know that the Tundra does have issues with that engine. If your vehicle does not have issues, it's a good driving vehicle. I really enjoy that 10-speed with that 3.4 turbo, and it's really good in the GX. You know, tune it up a little bit, get a little bit more horsepower out of that GX too, a little bit bigger of tires, and call it a day. That would be pretty sweet to do. And Dakota, yep, 4th gen, just in case you weren't in here or you popped out and popped back in, Tacoma Pro video coming tomorrow. Which 4Runner are you getting, John? I am getting a TRD off-road, either premium, non-premium, not sure the color yet. It could be blue, it could be green, it could be black. I have basically 3 that I'm working with right now, and whichever one comes in first, comes in first. Keyless entry. So I think on the Toyotas, at least a lot of the new ones, it's the front 2 doors. Lexus actually has them on all the doors, which is pretty cool. Charles says, my 6th gen Everest TRD off-road will be here February, March at my dealership. No markup. Dude, that's such a cool color. I hope you're going to like it. Cripple Creek says, over 100 folks in here right now. Make sure you hit that like button. We're almost at 150 people in here. Hit that like button. I truly, truly appreciate it. Appreciate your guys' support. You know, on this Tuesday, we just BS, talk about whatever in the chat. Obviously, it's heavily Toyota sometimes, but for the most part, you know, we talk about whatever, which I appreciate. Lucho says, Trail Hunter and TRD Pro have the same MSRP. Is there a reason to go for one versus the other? Looks, appearance, for sure is one reason to go for one over the other. If you don't want to hear that snorkel all the time is a reason to go for the TRD Pro over the Trail Hunter. And that's mainly it, man. That's mainly it. There's no different seats. It's just appearance stuff on the inside. And the suspension, I guess, would be really the only one as well. One of them's the Old Man Emu. The other one's the Fox Shocks. But aside from that, I mean, it's a coin toss of whichever one really you think looks better and would benefit you a little bit more. When do I drive the 4Runner? I'm driving the 4Runner, guys, next week. So next week, we are driving the 4Runner finally. I fly out, and I don't remember when we can post content for you guys. I don't remember. I think it's at the end of this month we get to post it. And I'm also not sure of when we get there if we're able to do walk-around videos of vehicles. So sometimes, like early on when I was doing this stuff, so this event is a driving event. So the driving embargo doesn't lift until everyone gets to drive it, all the waves, because there's multiple waves. I'm wave 3, I think, of 4 or 5. So basically they have all these automotive journalists, content creators, whatever, divided up into these waves that span over certain days. So wave 1 is this day, wave 2 is this day, wave 3 for me is these 3 days, right? So they allow a fair shot for everyone to do it, and then everyone to edit their content, put the pricing in, all this stuff. And then you have the embargo lift day, which is when your guys' freaking social medias and everything get flooded with all the freaking same thing. In the past, it used to be like, okay, even if I'm not giving driving impressions and I see the SR5, I could give you a full walk around video of the SR5, just not tell you how it drives. But recently, unfortunately, for some reason, and I get it, but I don't get it, is Toyota doesn't even want you to do those videos while you're at the events. And it's kind of frustrating because, like, in a content creator's eyes, it's nice, right? Because if you're one of the first to do it, that video just goes viral. It's great for the algorithm. Toyota sees it as well, and they're like, holy crap, this is taking off for this guy because it's hitting the algorithm. Everyone's seeing it. Everyone's sharing it. And in my opinion, like, it's great for Toyota's eyes to, like, have something like that go viral. But they don't want us to do that sometimes because for a wave 1 person, right, like let's say TFL, if TFL got there first and I don't get there for 2 more days and they get to do this car, and that car and have walk around videos up, then for me, I'm kind of like, man, what the heck, dude? Like, they get to do it. So I do see it at that aspect, but like at the same time, we all got the email. It's all first come, first serve, whichever wave you want to get on. I just chose to do wave 3 just because of the timing and what it is for me. So I don't know. I'm indifferent, I guess, about it. But yeah, so that's where I'm at. But next week we are driving the 4Runner. I'm super pumped. No worries, Lucho. Hope that helps. Also, the difference in price for an Overtrail Plus now compared to a 4Runner TRD Pro is like 15 grand because they raised the Overtrail Pluses by, I think, like $3,000 or so. So it is up there pretty high. SR10 for the SR5s. Josh says, hey guys, you should get a Land Cruiser 200 next. Best vehicle we've owned, hands down. And this may be something as well, right? Because I really want a GX. I really like the GX and it's new, but I enjoy my Tundra that I got, and it's unfortunately not going to be the road trip vehicle and the comfort vehicle that I had really wanted it to be. One road trip with the family just solidified that. And I'm not sure if I know that the Land Cruiser is way more premium than the Tundra, way better materials. It has a 8-speed transmission, which is better too, but it still sucks down gas. It still just sucks down gas, and not that that's like the biggest issue. Thankfully, I'm blessed. I can afford gas. Like, I've worked my ass off to be able to, go on road trips and do all that stuff. So I'm not super upset about that, but I don't know. We'll see. I would like to do a 200 series, especially after having the 250 maybe. That's a thing. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I'll shop around and see if prices have come down for that, and just see how the 250 or the 200 lifestyle is versus the 250 maybe. Did you notice MPG lost with the intake? A little bit, just because I enjoy hearing it. That's really the only reason. But it may marginally get better if I wasn't always in the turbo to hear it all the time. Don, I appreciate it. Dan or Don, I appreciate it, sir. Thank you so much for all the support and everything, guys. Even though you guys are just in here and we're talking and hanging out, the fact that there's 140 people in here on a Tuesday night and we're just BSing and everything, that's just super, super awesome. So I'm scrolling down. I most likely have missed some people, and if you're still in here, I appreciate it. And thank you guys for not spamming the comments and stuff. That's really, really cool because we are about 9 minutes behind or so. And we're going to go here with Mr. Packaged Biscuit. So if you guys have asked a question and I haven't gotten to it yet, Packaged Biscuit is where we're at in the chat. And if I missed one up above, please feel free to ask it again. If you could buy another car and it can't be a Toyota, what would you buy? I would buy a GMC. No, lying. I'm lying. I would buy a Ford Raptor. So that would be 100% the next truck. Or honestly, after watching Tim Esterdahl's videos, pickup truck plus SUV talk, I'm weirdly like kind of overly intrigued about the Ram RHO. I don't know why. It's weird, right? Because Ram got rid of the Hemi, but they did a Hurricane engine, which is an inline six. And while a lot of people are upset that the V8 is gone, the saving grace, I feel like, for Dodge is because their Cummins is already a inline six cylinder and it's their big old diesel truck. So now when like their other trucks have a gas version of an inline six, they're kind of like, okay, you know, I feel like the V8 to V6 for Ram was a softer blow than Toyota going from the 5.7 to the 3.4 for some reason. I don't know why. It was very strange. So those would probably be the two that I would be more interested in. I almost said GMC just because like I really want a GMC Denali Ultimate heavy duty truck, but I don't have the trailer or anything like that, or the boat, anything like that right now to warrant that vehicle. But a Ford Raptor R, which is way expensive, or a Ram RHO. So I am curious to hear what you guys think about that in the comments. So I'm going to be watching Tim's videos pretty closely on this Ram RHO just because it's really, really cool. And like part of me doesn't regret buying the Tundra that I bought, but I did again contemplate buying a Toyota vehicle just to have a little bit of non-bias, I guess. Like people assume that I'm just like all about Toyota, which I could honestly care less. Like it's just what the channel is about. But you know, I go into these other brands and stuff at these auto shows and I see it, and I've done videos about that in the past of showcasing other vehicles. And it goes well, but like I don't live with them full time. So it's just first impressions of a vehicle, but I'm not living with them full time. So, and I do know that Ram has come a very long ways. They've come a very, very long ways from the plasticky just pieces of crap that they were. Now they still do have, you know, some issues and stuff here and there, but hey, look at Toyota. They're having issues too. Onak says the Rams are the best. The only thing is that I don't like how they paint the truck. They don't have quality control. So, I mean, that's one of the biggest things you see all the time, right, is the paint. But then some people could say that too with Toyota. You know, thin paint, the rocker panels down at the bottom where they kind of do that texture dye stuff for Toyota is, you know, some people, they don't really care for it that much. So, yeah, I mean, I would, of the two, I would honestly probably swing a little bit more towards the RHO, honestly, if it was a non-Toyota truck that I was going to buy. Wazaru says that I just read about a 25 GX Overtrail will have a 1-inch factory lift. Hope Lexus sends you a 25. They will. I will get one later this year. I'm trying to line it up to where I have my Land Cruiser and also the new 4Runner here at the same time. Hopefully we are able to still have the Land Cruiser for that stuff. So yeah, I'm trying to line it up to have all three of those so I could compare a 4Runner, Land Cruiser, GX all in one video for you guys. Nick, no worries, man. Appreciate the support. Travis says, I was super disappointed today. The Land Cruiser made my very short list, but the fit was too tight for my 5'7" frame. Brother, do you think that the 4Runner will provide more space at these prices? I refuse to put... I refuse to put a square peg in a round hole, bro. And hopefully you're still in here, Travis, because this is a little bit older of a question. We're about 11 minutes behind right now, guys. You may need a full-size truck at 6'5". So the Land Cruiser is tighter of a vehicle. I will say that. Like the Land Cruiser feels tight sitting in it compared to my Tacoma, but height-wise, the Land Cruiser is taller, which is nice. If you want to feel how the 4Runner is going to be, honestly, go sit in a Tacoma if you're at your local dealership, because it's going to be pretty dang close. It's going to be very, very dang close. The 4Runner, you may be able to, put the seat back a little bit further just because it is an SUV versus a smaller cab of a truck. But aside from that, like, just see how the Tacoma is and how you fit in a Tacoma. But yes, I do agree that the Land Cruiser is a little tight when it comes to the actual seat itself. But yeah, it's taller, which is nice. Good to hear that you want a GX. Same here, brother. Overtrail Plus, an Earth or Incognito. So I love Earth. It looks so good. But Lexus, that's been like kind of their go-to color. And like with media and press and all that stuff, that's the reason why I wouldn't go for it. Incognito is up there for me, but the one that I'm looking at to hopefully get would be in Nori Green. I think having it in Nori Green would be cool. I can't remember what the blue is called for the GX, but I wish that they did that blue with a black roof. Regardless, I want it with a black roof, hopefully. So Nori Green, just because there's not a whole lot of Nori Green GX Overtrails that I've seen. And I just think that it is such a high quality, good looking color. But Incognito is sexy too. Like that Incognito with all the black accents look good. I have a GX 460. I don't know. Sequoia drives better. Really hard to say. Yeah, the Sequoia is bigger too, which is nice. A lot of power. My Tacoma is a 28 TRD Sport pre-runner. Pre-runner. And on the road, it's very smooth with the 5-speed automatic transmission. Had a 23 Tundra. That was a beast on the road too. I changed it for a RAV4 though because of my kids. They college, and is better to park in a short park. Yeah, definitely. RAV4. Accidentally went away. Am I still here? Someone say yes in the comments for me real quick. Am I still here? Can you guys still see me? Yep. Okay, cool. Thanks, Nick. I was scrolling and I accidentally swiped and it went back to the other screen. So cool. All right. Thank you. And Ryan says that the blue color is called Nightfall Mica. So dude, if they did Nightfall Mica with a black roof, I'd be all over that like flies on dog shit. That would be so cool. But they unfortunately don't do it. Maybe when the 25 configurator actually comes out, that would be cool. But the RAV4, I feel like is the perfect like college vehicle. Like that is so good. And that's awesome. Like your kids can put friends in it. If they need to buy furniture for their dorm or whatever, like you could put the seats down. The RAV4 is like such a good universal vehicle, man. It is so cool. My wife got a Lexus TX, beautiful car. She really enjoys it. Any modifications you would recommend to increase reliability and driving and comfort? For the TX, not really, man. Just keeping it stock is probably like the best way to go about it. Window tint, like to keep it nice and comfortable. Like that would literally be the only thing that I would do, and like all weather floor mats and like cargo liners in the back. That's really all I would do for a TX. Congrats on that too. TX is a very nice, solid vehicle. Trail Hunter can be had in a 6-foot bed. That is true too. So if you're comparing a TRD Pro to a Trail Hunter, a 6-foot bed may be worth getting. And they still didn't do a TRD off-road, unfortunately, for a 6-foot bed either for the 25 model year. Mr. Sheep says, are you keeping the 4Runner that you have in the background after you get the new one? Yes, I am. I will most likely, guys, never sell this 4Runner. It's paid off. It still only has like 40,000 miles on it. I would love to put a Magnuson supercharger in it one day. We will see how the supercharger is on the Tundra, see how much it wakes it up. I would like to drive a 4Runner with a supercharger to just see if it's worth it, really. But this vehicle, man, it's solid. It's awesome. We have some more mods coming for it as well that are actually here that I need to do for a video. Jason says, thanks, Job, for the live. So is the new 4Runner going to eliminate the need for the 58 trim? I have a video that I'm about to record tomorrow at my local dealership about this. So I'm going to probably be up at Toyota Fort Walton, and I'm talking about this exact thing. I posted it over on my Threads page that I'm trying to like get going for you guys. I don't have a Twitter, but I do Threads though, just because, not that I hate Twitter, I just didn't want to be on either of them really. But then Threads has this bonus program. I was like, okay, maybe I'll try it. I have not gotten the bonus program yet, unfortunately, but I did post something that is very similar to this. And also over on my Facebook, I posted something about that because basically the TRD Off-Road Premium is a little bit cheaper than the 1958. I don't know why you would get a TRD Off-Road or a 1958 when you like, that's bare bones, you know, unless you just really like the look and stuff of it. But yeah, there'll be a good comparison video, as good as I can do with the two vehicles. Sequoia is the new Land Cruiser. Doug Demirio said, do you agree? I do not agree. The Sequoia is the Sequoia. The Land Cruiser that we have here is a Prado, right? But we call it Land Cruiser here in the United States. For some reason, it is the 250 series, which is the Prado still overseas. And people call it the Prado overseas because they also have the 300 series. So if we had the 300 series here and also the Land Cruiser that we do have here, the name of the one that we have would be Prado because there is the Land Cruiser here as well. They're sharing the nameplate, so one has to be a Prado. We only have it as Land Cruiser here. Not sure why Toyota did that, though. It's the Prado overseas. Everyone knows the 250 as the Prado. So they should have just put Land Cruiser Prado on it because even if they brought the 300 over here for some reason, then it could just share the name as well and it already be established as a Prado. I don't know. Toyota's naming stuff doesn't make sense to me. But the Sequoia, I would not say is the new Land Cruiser. The Sequoia is filling that hole that was left when the 200 series went away. I will agree with that, especially with the Capstone edition, with it being bougie, expensive, all that stuff too, and actually being a decent off-roader now with the rear locker, the multi-terrain select, and all that stuff. So I do somewhat agree with that. It is filling that hole, essentially, that the Land Cruiser left when it went away. FSeb says, won't the 6th Gen 4Runner feel exactly the same as the Tacoma? So I am curious about this when we drive it next week, to just because basically the 4Runner engineering team is completely different than the Tacoma engineering team. So they took essentially the baseline of the Tacoma TRD Off-Road that Sheldon and them were producing at that time. They took the baseline, all the data, all that stuff from what Sheldon told me. They took all that from the TRD Off-Road and then started the 4Runner and went from there. So we'll see how it is different characteristics wise, how it feels driving. But I mean, it is the same powertrain, so we'll see how good Toyota was able to differentiate the two vehicles. I'm late, but caught the live again. It's all good. It's all good. Yeah, I'm trying to get better too at letting you guys know that I'm going live several hours early. I would like to do it a day ahead, but you know, sometimes we don't get to the lives. Tuesday is usually the day that I like to do them, but you know, it's all good. My wife has a mag in her 2019 4Runner and says it's very worth it. Heck yeah, Sequoia is pretty good now. It is, and I like the look of the Sequoia too. Again, I don't like that the Sequoia is the exact same as the Tundra on the inside, and that's kind of my meh thing about the 4Runner and the Tacoma too. Nody gang on deck, I appreciate it. Love your 4Runner in the background. Love this 4Runner, man. 7 years old this year. Oh no, 8 years old because I bought it in 2017. TRD did not come out on 2016. TRD Pros were actually out in 2016. 2015 was the first year for the TRD Pros, actually. Luke says, what aftermarket company should I go for steps on a 4Runner? If you're looking for just steps, you know, you could do NFAB steps, I guess, or look at realtruck.com for steps. But if you're looking for like rock sliders, Cali Raised is amazing. If you use the link in my description or on that's pinned up here, I have a 5% discount code at Cali Raised. Their rock sliders are some of the first that I put on this thing, and they're great quality, decently priced too compared to the competition. And then obviously, you know, you can go up tiers from there. And then Westcott Designs, their stuff is more expensive, but the quality, the detail, everything on their sliders are just like money, man. It is so good. Not knocking. I am not knocking Cali Raised at all, because their customer service, their product is still very, very, very good. But there are those like tiers of the amount of work and everything that goes into certain products. And Westcott Designs is very high up there for all that stuff. Braxton, I am still in the Florida Panhandle, freezing my butt off, dude. Today was actually high of 55, which was nice, but it's been in the 30s and 40s the last week, and it has been miserable. And I know it snows in places. I get it, guys. I know that it snows in places as well, but like, again, when you're used to the 70s and the 50s and all that stuff here, or the 60s here, it's just so hard when it gets so cold. And it's wet cold. It's a wet cold, which is not fun. Norman says, hey, John, I'm currently driving home in the fire areas in California, but personally, home is a good distance from the fire, so I'm okay. Good. I'm glad to hear that. Nightfall Mica is the blue color of Lexus for Toyota's blueprint. Keep up the good work. I'm glad that you're safe, man. Hope all your family is safe too, and hopefully they get containment on that stuff. I know that winds are supposed to be a little bit crazier coming up, which is just absolutely crazy. Yeah, -1 in Milwaukee. So I know there's worse places. I get it. I know there's worse places where it could be cold. We're actually doing some cryo stuff too. We just signed up for this cryo place, and I believe they said it's -40 or -50 or whatever, or -100. And I don't know. It's cold as crap when you walk in there. But I would weirdly do that still over cold plunging. Cold plunging, I enjoy cold plunging, but it's colder, I feel, to like get into 40-degree water than like negative whatever outside and like just stand there for a little bit. So it's all cold therapy at the end of the day. But yeah, I don't know. I don't like the cold. People say that, oh, you could put more layers on, blah, blah, blah. I don't care. I want it to be hot. Like, I want it to be hot. And I don't care. Like, I'll have my shirt off. I'm fine sweating. I enjoy it. I do not like the cold. My neighbor just down the street got a GX550 Overtrail in Nori Green black roof. It looks so good. He was one of the first people to get it. Yeah, I mean, we don't see him that much. And the color is just so good, and the sparkle looks great. I would put bronze wheels probably on it, like a nice dark matte bronze instead of like a lighter bronze. It would be like a very dark matte bronze. Man, it's such a cool color. But if they did that blue, the Nightfall Mica, if they did that with the black roof, that'd be hard to pass up. Do you think that the roof rack on my 2024 Runner will fit on a 25? It definitely will not. It's going to probably have different standoffs and stuff. The new 4Runner is a little bit longer too than the outgoing model, so it most likely will not blue STI. Jake says, thank you for the recommendations. She loves the car, and I love the TRD Pro Sequoia. Happy to be in the Toyota family again. Heck yeah. And hope it all works out and stuff. Did they remove the HUD on 25 Tacoma Pro? I believe they did. There is a video that I need to do as well. Even on the Land Cruiser, guys, they got rid of the standard sway bar disconnect. So now it is an option that you have to pay for. So I'm not sure if Toyota is just starting to nickel and dime some stuff, or if it is a inventory issue, like they're just harder to get than they anticipated and it can't be a standard feature anymore. I have no idea. Why do I feel like the RAV4 will be replaced by a smaller Land Cruiser? We just need both. I don't want the RAV4 to be replaced. I want both. I want a mini Land Cruiser, and I also want the RAV4. As cool as the Crown Signia looks, I don't know why it's a thing with Toyota. That can go away. And then the Corolla Cross, that's cool. But like, let's bring the mini Land Cruiser, and let's bring a car-based truck as well from Toyota. All right, we only got a couple more minutes, guys. I'm going to keep it right at an hour today. I appreciate everyone's support so far, so we're just going to blow through these last bit of comments, and then I'm going to go make me a steak. and put butter on it and drink the rest of my water to get to my gallon of water. We are still on 75 hard. We are 14 days in, and my body is sore as crap. Ditched my Mazda CX-5 for a 2017 Armada. Never should have let my 5th Gen 4Runner go. Cheers. Dude, that's crazy. What a difference between those vehicles and stuff. But yeah, I hear that a lot, and that's the reason why I don't want to sell my 4Runner, is just because to find one again, it's going to be used. It's never going to be new. It's just something special about them. I don't know why. Like, we want more power out of it. We want this. We want that out of the 5th Gen 4Runners, but they're still so good. I thought that it was brand new. That's awesome that it looks 8. Yeah, so it's 8 years old. If you get close to the 4Runner, like, you could see the trail marks and everything like that. My detailer, Chris, he's no longer like full-time detailing. He took up another job somewhere, but he's supposed to fully paint correct the whole 4Runner for me. And then we have a 10-year ceramic coat that we're going to put on. That was going to be for the Tundra, but we're going a different avenue with the Tundra build. It's future, so I don't want to waste a 10-year ceramic film or a coat and do all that stuff on the Tundra when it's probably going to be PPF wrapped and everything, because I'm going to off-road it like out in the desert. So that is the fate of the 4Runner. Just having it clean, paint protection, all that stuff all on it. It's going to be great. Braxton is stationed at Eglin and just got my dream truck, Tacoma Off-Road, 4-wheel drive, a 2020. Any advice for any group trails we have here? Join the Florida Panhandle Toyotas page on Facebook, Florida Panhandle Toyotas, or Toyota Panhandle Florida page, whatever it is. There is some stuff there, and then there's another page too on Facebook that you can join if you're in our area. It hasn't like popped off since New Year. I just joined it. Maybe I'm just not seeing it or something. I don't know. Groups that you've joined. See all. Oh my gosh. Rigs and Java is the other group. I haven't seen anything on here since January 10th, but Rigs and Java is another group on Facebook as well to potentially get on into and stuff as well. And then just talk with people, you know, at work and stuff on Eglin. Like a lot of people do off-road. That when I was on base, there were a good amount of people that wanted to off-road all the time. Corey says, late to the chat, but did you see the picture of the new 4Runner? Looked like Mudbath Pro on a flatbed with the taillights and glass removed. I have not seen that at all. If you're able to send me it on Facebook or my email, BlueTRDJohn, I have not seen that. Then again, I have been off of social media for the last 5 hours or so by working out and doing all that stuff. All right, last little bit. Ryan says, enjoy the steak. Good night. Good night, Ryan. Thank you so much for the support tonight, man. Everyone, I appreciate it. Yeah, I never sell the blue one. I'm never going to sell it. I want to have one of every generation of 4Runner in my barn. So that's what I want one day. Sounds good. I'm cooking a ribeye tonight as well. Heck yeah, dude. Everyone enjoy your food. Enjoy your dinner. Be thankful for it, whatever it is. If it's a ribeye steak, if you can't afford a ribeye steak and it's like hamburger patty, like work hard for that ribeye steak, but still be thankful and everything and enjoy that hamburger patty or whatever you're eating, man. Like just enjoy it. Enjoy it. Enjoy it. Enjoy it. Billy Thompson says, got my 25 TRD Sport last night. Can't wait to put some mods on it. Dude, congrats. Enjoy it, Billy. Jamie says, looked at Westcott sliders for my 24 Pro, but not sure on choices of the different metals and types of welds. Suggestions. The MIG weld is still very, very good from them. TIG weld is going to be more expensive because the guy is like tapping each one, you know, physically doing that. And it's a more delicate process, but the welds are just spectacular. But you don't need that though. It's just if you want to flaunt it. Even the cheap stuff, Jamie from Westcott Designs, is really, really good. Sportswagon says, just dropping in to say hi. It's been a while. Still in my 2019 Tundra 1794. No issues. Although my girlfriend has an '06 Prius with 340,000 miles and has never done any maintenance ever. No issues either. Dude, that is sweet. That is absolutely sweet. And people complaining about hybrid stuff, well, check it out right there, man. We're doing good. Westcott's very good. Yep. John, what is the lift on your Pro 4Runner? I have a Westcott lift right now on my 4Runner, but I most likely will be putting on Ironman suspension onto it. They just came out with a new 2.5 kit, and this suspension on this 4Runner is about 8 years old, so I may swap to that to see how it is. Thanks, Cripple Creek, for hanging out tonight, man. I truly appreciate it. You're going to collab with Max Powell soon. My PNW brother, dude, heck yeah. I do need to DM him. He's in Florida now. He's on the other coast of Florida compared to where I'm at, but maybe when we get down to the Tampa area, we will be a little bit closer, and it'd be cool. Maybe our first collab may be at the Save Expo or something like that later this year, or in a couple months this year. It's a Overland Expo in the middle of Florida. But guys, appreciate the live stream. Thank you so much for the support. You guys, make sure you leave a like before you head on out, and just comment on any YouTuber that you enjoy their content, like their content as well. It helps them out for the algorithm. YouTube is absolutely free, so make sure you show the creator some love. So guys, I appreciate it. And tomorrow we have TRD Pro Tacoma video going live for you guys. So I appreciate you all watching, guys. Have a great night.